A wee wander.
Hey there, this is Kim with Wonders I Wander, playing another Wee Wander. And for this video, it is Rusty Lake Roots Part 2. And the main focus is going to be on James Vanderboom. So it's summer 1870, and we're going to look at the staircase. So as you can see, he is still not dealt with this wallpaper. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so he's looking all stuffy, and it's hard to tell what that is, but he's thinking about this entrance. So I assume he's looking at an old journal from his uncle's. And it says, Spring 1859, my brother and I are in the final stage of finding the elixir. And then we have this pattern that we're going to use as part of a puzzle for this level. And also, see, his fingernails still have that weird look that I don't like. So let's look at this picture. We have him and Mary when things were nice. We have more of the clue to the puzzle. And this note is the rest of the puzzle. So it's just basically, you'll see it in a bit, but you use kind of like, you have to line up things just right in the right direction because the clues were kind of at different angles. Speaking of fingernails, the little crescent moon looking shape reminds me of fingernails too. So fingernails are just on the brain. So it's calling this binoculars, but it's a telescope, obviously. So we're going to use that telescope and look out the window, and we're going to see the Rusty Lake Hotel. And I always used to think that there was a time discrepancy because if you look, you can see the guest from the Rusty Lake Hotel game. You know, you have Mr. Rabbit, Ms. Pigeon, Mr. Boar, you got Mr. Crow there. And then in the next window, you have Mr. Deer and Miss Pheasant. So because this was, what year? Where's my notes? 1870. And And Hotel takes place in 1893. So it's like, wait a minute. But I just assumed they were repeat guests. So I'm missing telling you about the puzzle. Man, I really missed that. That's fine, because it takes me a long time to do the second puzzle. So anyway, the whole point of that, as you can see, is I had to line up the animals and the way they look through the window. And then I'm also noticing I still have the telescope highlighted, but it's fine. It's fine. I felt silly doing this because when I do the games for the playthroughs, I really like to try to have the solutions written down, so I'm not spending a lot of time figuring out the puzzle. But for this one, I didn't write down how to put the books because it never takes me that long to do this because it's pretty self-explanatory how you line things up. But then for some reason, of course, when I want to play this for a video, I messed up and I don't have things lined up. And so it took me a little extra while, and that was very humbling. But anyway. And I know at this point when I was playing it, I was like, do I edit this out? But you know what? It's fine. It's really fine. I really hope to play Rusty Lake Paradise for the channel too, because that's going to have a further connection with Rusty Lake Hotel, and it also connects with this game too, because, well, you'll see in the next couple levels. And I am just still really stuck. This really made me feel so dumb. Okay, I got it. So now I need to do that last puzzle, but you have to zoom out and come back in. Okay, so with this, we just have to line up the books in a particular way, but you have to, it's more of a color match. So, I'm trying to see where I start off. I think I start off, oh, that's where I start. Okay, so see, that happens to form a square. But then you see with the second and third book, they match up because of that red square. So you just have to kind of keep that in mind. And they have a lot of puzzles like this throughout the games. And you would think, because you got a square and you got the little circle with the dot and the S and the cross, you would think that would mean something, but to my knowledge, it does not. It's just there. So, we have opened up to this like secret passage, and we have our staircase. So, good for James, I guess. James is just going off on his own little journey. So now we're going to be talking about the elixir, and this is what connects with Rusty Lake Paradise, and also Rusty Lake, the cave. I feel like everything connects to the cave. I didn't realize that until I was recording videos for this channel. So James wants to make that elixir, which is odd, but I'll get to that. So basically, to make the elixir, it's one of those stupid, like, comparing weight puzzles. And so then you have to drop the right bottle contents to make the elixir. So I already know what they are. I attempt to demonstrate it for you. So we know that plus is 1 and the dark dot is 2. So let's go ahead and put the bottle with the wavy line up there. They're equal. So we know that the wavy line bottle is 3. So then we do the 1 and the 3. And I believe it's X. Yep. X, that's even, so X is 4. And then finally, we have 3 and 2. We put the other bottle. Now we know that bottle's 5. Now I messed this one up too. It's, at least for me, maybe it's not for you, but for me, I play this on my phone. So, I'm just dragging things around with my finger, and sometimes they just don't, the items don't line up to interact that well with the other item. So, see, I tried to put that in and it wouldn't do the little droppy thing. It doesn't now. But I have to end up like doing this again later. See, that bottle's just dancing around. Now, I felt like I had done it right, but obviously I didn't. So I just end up, oh, I was concerned. I'm like, well, maybe James will tell me I did it okay, but I didn't. Rusty Lake usually lets you know when you do something right. I do like the sound of the drops. It's very satisfying. Okay, so yeah, we get that little, the sound cue and the light cue. So now we have the elixir. I thought he was going to be thinking of something else, but it's fine. We have our reminder here that says this elixir will bring you eternal life or sudden death. So James here wants us to test it out on the dog. And that's not nice. So, see, the dog licks it. The dog's fine. So you would think James would have read that, saw the dog was fine, and been like, well, if the dog's fine, doesn't that mean that I would be dead? But he doesn't. I don't know. Because he dies pretty freaking quickly. I would have waited to see how the dog was doing. So your dog outlasted you, James, and you deserve that. So, a lot of audacity in this game from some of the characters. So now we're at the wake, which no one is at except us, the player. So kind of weird. And just a weird room. This almost feels like a living room, or I guess like a basement living room, if you will, from the 70s. So we have, it says 10 sacrifices, 10 family members, 1 rebirth. We already got the heart from William. And now we need the tongue, or lingua, from James. So finally, James will be of use to us. I don't have a problem with James. He's just a dummy. And I don't know, he has the biggest bow in all the land. I like this puzzle, and I like how it looks like he has a little tattoo. But, so with this puzzle, you just have to get the rings with the gemstones lined up on his finger just right. And you can't have more than 3 rings stacked on a finger. So this one, this is one that I didn't do notes for just because it's pretty easy. I do like his rings. But yeah, this will come up more. I'll talk about this more later with all the Rusty Lake Root stuff, because we haven't even gotten to the bigger parts of it. Just the history of the Vanderboom men making bad decisions, and it seems to be they make a lot of choices that are very self-serving, but requires great sacrifices from their family. And they didn't ask their permission. I mean, at least with James, he's kind of doing his own side quest. Anyways, there's an eye. We take that eye. He does his own thing while Mary's taking care of the kids, I guess. I thought the eyeball went there, but I forgot that it does not. We're actually going to go to this weird TV. And I don't know if you can tell. There was a little triangle, but now we line that up and it makes a diamond. So we know that things need to match up with that top layer. So that's done. And we get a coin. And then there's a coin right there behind the jar. So that's what goes on James's eyes. I know that's a custom in some places. And he has that other eyeball for us. That is not a custom that I'm aware of. So now we come on over here. I don't like this puzzle. It's just it's not hard. It's just you have to line up these pieces just right. and they just kind of like, they'll stick there, which is nice. You don't have to do it in a, well, I mean, you do have to do it in some kind of an order. But sometimes it's hard to know where things go, and I don't know. And it doesn't, it's just not fun. But it's part of the game, so we do it. This was honestly like one of the easiest times I've had with it, so I guess that was my trade-off for having a hard time with that book puzzle. This is going to be the last level I play for this video, and a lot of this is just foundational stuff. We're going to see things really take a turn and ramp up in the next few videos, so that's exciting. Or it will be exciting. We got to line up that head just right. Okay. And then for some reason, you know, we have this bust of William Vanderboom, and then we give him creepy eyes. But why? It's so creepy. But we get a knife now. And that knife will help us help James sacrifice his tongue, because he doesn't need it. Sorry, James. So the tongue goes in there. And we're done with that level. Okay, so like I said, I am stopping there, but I will see you in part 3 of Rusty Like Roots. Bye.